Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me back again with another Raw review. We have last night. We have 3 weeks waiting till WrestleMania, so we had another, Road to WrestleMania Raw, and it was pretty damn good. I cannot lie to you about that. It was very entertaining, top from bottom. There wasn't very many matches. It was kind of promo heavy again, but it was still a pretty damn good Raw. So let me get into it so I can talk about everything. First off, Raw opened up with Cena. He came out with his Doug Life. He came out with his old entrance music. He came out with his old gimmick, and it was excellent. It was awesome to see him like that. Nobody. I don't think anybody expected that. It was pretty cool. He came down there and he ripped Rock a new one. He did a nice little flow, as you would say, and he did pretty good. That was it. That's all we saw of him at the beginning of the show, and that was it. He did that, called Brock a chicken shit and all this stuff, and he went off. He went. It was pretty good. It was a nice lead into Raw. So I'll get into who won the battle at the end of Raw and what I didn't like about this. The few things I didn't like about Raw. Um, so yeah, it was pretty good. Don't even ask me to rhyme it out. It was just too much, and uh, my suggestion is to go on YouTube and look it up. I'm sure it's up there already. It was pretty damn good though. After that, we had a match between Ziggler and Sheamus. Um, it was a damn good match. That's all I could say. Ziggler is a bumping machine. My goodness, I don't know how many times I've said that before. He can bump with the best of them. He could fight. He could go against a broomstick and make it a good match. He's just that damn good. Ziggler did a nice tossed Sheamus into the announce table and made a nice gash on his back. I'm pretty sure you'll see it on SmackDown on Tuesday. Uh, they were talking about it on Raw a lot. He got pretty hit, banged up on the back, but ended up winning. It was a pretty damn good match. It just sucks that Ziggler's not going to be in a match one on one at WrestleMania. He's gonna probably. Oh, I'll get into that later. I don't want to spoil anything. Let me get into the next match. Then I'll continue the rant. The next match after that was Santino versus Otunga. Originally, it was going to be a mixed tag match with Santino and Exana versus Otunga, and I'm not really sure who was going to be his partner. But then John Laurinaitis didn't change the match to a handicap match to Santino versus Mark Henry and David Otunga. If you guys haven't already known, there's going to be a 12-man tag match at WrestleMania 6 on 6, Team Teddy versus Team Laurinaitis. Um, that's what I was kind of mentioning with Ziggler. This match is kind of just full of shenanigans. It's another clusterfuck. Um, Teddy ended up coming down, shoving John Laurinaitis. Um, they ended up beating Santino. Mark Henry and Otunga start attacking him at the end of the match. Kofi comes in, tries to make the save. They dominate him, and then R-Truth comes in and tries to make the save, and they dominate him. So it was just pretty much a match to advance the 12-man tag storyline. But it looks like we saw some of the members that are going to be in it from Teddy's side. Uh, Laurinaitis did announce that David Otunga is his captain, which I think is hilarious. David Otunga to me is like a Chris Masters Jr. to me. They wrestle the same. They do the same, flexing and all that bullshit. To me, Otunga is a Chris Masters Jr. But anyways, he announced that Laurinaitis will be Otunga is going to be Laurinaitis' captain, and he announced that Henry is going to be on Laurinaitis' team. So far we know that it's going to be Henry Otunga, and Teddy announced that Santino is going to be his captain, which I think is hilarious. And I'm pretty sure Kofi and R-Truth are going to be added to the team. I'm pretty sure Ziggler and Swagger will be added to the team. It looks like they announced Christian will be on SmackDown this Friday, so I'm pretty sure Christian will be on the team. And I'm also thinking Del Rio is going to be on Laurinaitis' team. If I was to make a guess who's going to be on Teddy's team, I'd go with Santino, of course, R-Truth, Kofi, You could throw in Brodus Clay. That'd be interesting. Him and Mark Henry go at it. Um, Maybe Justin Gabriel. I heard he's gonna nice little push on SmackDown. And Rey Mysterio. Why not? If he's clear to wrestle, why not just throw him in that 12-man tag match? He doesn't really have to do much. He can hide that injury if it's not fully healed. He doesn't have to do too many crazy bumps because you have Gabriel, Ziggler, Kofi, and all them in there. So he doesn't have to do too many high-flying moves. I think that would be perfect for a nice match. You know, I just hope this match gets enough time so we can get all the wrestlers in at one time, get them a couple of moves going. I don't care if R-Truth gets eliminated fast. I don't care if Santino gets eliminated fast. I'm not even sure how this is going to be. If it's like a Survivor Series type match or you get eliminated, or if one pin, it's over. So it's going to be interesting to see how this develops over the next couple of weeks. Um, See who they add. I just hope they don't fucking add the Great Khali or Ezekiel Jackson. I want to see people who can actually wrestle in this match. And why not add, you know, Kofi and R-Truth and all that? That would be excellent. Not Ezekiel Jackson and fucking the Great Khali who fucking is garbage. Divas wrestle better than Great Khali. So I don't want to see any of that bullshit. Uh, After that, we had some backstage segments. One was dealing with Eve and Zack Ryder. He's pretty much asking her if she's playing him, yada yada yada, saying that we can end up being friends with benefits. He asked if we can meet up later. I don't know where the fuck they're going with that shit. It's just crazy. I don't understand it. I don't know what they're doing. I like Eve as a heel. She's way better as a heel, but I do not know where they're going with the Zack Ryder and Eve bullshit. Um, Beth ended up showing up too, saying, how dare Maria Menounos, saying all this bullshit about how she pinned her and all this stuff. So now it looks like we're gonna see that chick, Maria Menounos, she's pretty and all, who does extra, I think, against Beth Phoenix at WrestleMania. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? We're gonna see Beth Phoenix, one of the best diva wrestlers in wrestling, against Maria Menounos? Are you serious? You couldn't throw in, you know, fucking a guy? You couldn't have had a guy fucking challenger or something? I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. This will be my bathroom break at WrestleMania if this match happens, I swear to you. I do not want to see Maria Menounos versus Beth Phoenix. Maybe Maria can manage someone. Maybe Karma can come back. Oh, God, I wish. I wish. I wish. But I don't want to see that bullshit. Anyways, to get on, to keep going. They ended up having another backstage segment with JL, John Laurinaitis. He was talking to David Otunga, and The Miz showed up. The Miz, talking, saying he wants to be on John Laurinaitis' team. He wants to be at WrestleMania. So Laurinaitis says, if you win the match tonight, you're on the team. You're in WrestleMania. So he asks who he's facing. He's facing CM Punk. So later on the night, we'll have CM Punk versus The Miz. After that, we had another match. Brodus Clay came back. Uh, Finally, after, I don't know, almost a month, maybe a month and a half being away from television, he's back. He faced Jinder Mahal. This match went 30 seconds, and it was over. Brodus Clay won. I just hope he's in that 12-man tag. It would be awesome to see him go up against Mark Henry. That would be great. I would love to see that. Um, okay. After this, we had the HBK and Undertaker promo. They went all out, all this stuff. I'm gonna sum it up what I think is going on. Pretty much, I think Triple H is trying to put into HBK's head that Undertaker has been telling the locker room and everything that he's a quitter and he couldn't get the job done, and that he's a loser. That's pretty much what I'm thinking. So Shawn Michaels is trying to say that he's gonna do whatever he can and all this stuff to help, or I guess help, be a part of Undertaker losing his streak. And Undertaker's trying to convince Shawn that, are you sure that it's me saying that all those words, or is it your best friend Triple H? That's what I think. It's more of Triple H saying one thing to manipulate Shawn to helping him win the match at WrestleMania. I guess it's Shawn pretty much saying Triple H needs help to beat the Undertaker, which is, I guess, what they're trying to go at. Undertaker saying, he wants it to be straight down the middle. He doesn't want HBK's ego to get into the way. I don't know if anybody remembers. I think it was '97. Brett versus Undertaker, Shawn special referee. One of my top 10 favorite matches of all time. And Bret Hart spits in Shawn Michaels' face. Shawn Michaels swings with the chair. Bret ducks, hits Undertaker. Bret pins him. Shawn has to pin him. Has to count to three, and he counts to three, and Bret's the new world champion. That's how we got the turn of the heel with HBK, and how we got the rivalry going with HBK and Undertaker, which ended up going into the Hell in a Cell and all that good stuff. So basically, Undertaker remembers that. So he's just trying to convince HBK, to call it down the middle. Don't let your ego get in the way. Basically saying what I just said. So HBK is walking up the ramp. Triple H is he's looking back at Undertaker. Triple H comes out. HBK walks by Triple H. They don't really say nothing. He walks to the back. Triple H just keeps staring at Undertaker and then gives him the DX chop. So makes it even more like they're together. So that's what I'm thinking is going on. I could be totally off and I could be totally wrong with this, but that's how I see it. I have it seen Triple H trying to convince Shawn that Undertaker's saying he's a loser and all this stuff to help him win. There. But it was a good segment, a good promo. After that, we had CM Punk versus The Miz. It was an alright match. It wasn't the best matches that these two guys have had before. CM Punk ended up winning, so The Miz will not be on John Laurinaitis' team at WrestleMania. Not saying that he won't be at WrestleMania. I'm wondering if they're gonna make him do a face turn to have everybody feel sorry for him, kind of thing, and then he joins Teddy's team, which I don't see happening. I've heard that they're gonna try to start a storyline with him once WrestleMania is over. Maybe have him involved with the Rock and Cena match at WrestleMania. I hope not. I just hope this Rock and Cena is a clean finish, no interference, stuff like that. So I don't know if the Miz is still in the doghouse for what he did. It just I don't know. It sucks for the Miz right now because last year he was the heavyweight champion and headlining WrestleMania. So this year he might be in the fucking dark match battle royal. So after that, Jericho came on the Titantron or the big screen. I don't even think it's called the Titantron anymore. Came on the big screen and pretty much just saying, you're straight edge, CM Punk, but the only reason why you're straight edge is because you don't want to be like your dad because he was a raging alcoholic. All you ROH marks and all you CM Punk fans from way back in the day know that this has already happened before in the ROH. They already did a little type storyline with CM Punk and his dad being an alcoholic. So none of this is new to you, but pretty much they're just trying to make it personal. And God darn it, they have. And I cannot wait for this match because this match right here is going to be the best match of the night, hands down. And I just can't wait to see it. After that, we had Swagger versus Orton. That was a good match, solid 9 to 10 minute match. Nice superplex off the top rope by Orton on Swagger. Um, Solid win, I guess, if you want to say that. I mean, Swagger's lost the last 2 weeks in a row to Santino, so I guess it was a solid win. After that, the lights turned off and Kane's fireworks went up, but Kane never showed up. So looks like we're gonna see those two guys at WrestleMania. They haven't announced it yet, but I'm pretty sure that those two guys will be going at it. Like I said earlier, they announced Christian will be on SmackDown this week. He's gonna do his little uh, show. I can't remember what it's called. Damn it. I think it's called the Peep Show, but I could be wrong. and Laurinaitis and Teddy will be there. So I'm thinking some shenanigans will be going on during that. Uh, all right, now to get to The Rock. The Rock totally killed it last night. He was awesome. He totally was awesome. All of his songs were pretty good. A lot of his stuff was funny. I just wish that Cena would have came back out. That's what I would have wished. The Rock killed Cena tonight or last night, without a doubt. It's 2-1 Cena, but I kind of think it's unfair because you have The Rock pretty much have his own little concert. He sang probably 5 different songs and was on for about 20 minutes. Cena was on probably maybe 10, maybe 15, and he only did one rap. The Rock did several songs about Cena. About his parents, about how about the guy fans in the crowd, which was hilarious. All that stuff. And I just wish Cena would have came back out and just went off on The Rock. I thought that would have been perfect. Excuse me, but I think tonight The Rock wins by default. That's it. I think he wins by default because he sang more songs, he had more TV time, and I think WWE said, you know what, it's time for The Rock to get over on Cena because the past 2 weeks Cena has been shitting on The Rock, and The Rock did great last night. Um, the only kind of thing was when he did that karaoke shit with the crowd. He really didn't know the words, so sometimes it sounded like he was mumbling. I think that should have been maybe when they went off air kind of thing. But other than that, this was a solid Raw. Next week they're advertising the Undertaker, Shawn, and Triple H at the ring at the same time. I don't know if The Rock's gonna be there, but I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, he's supposed to be at every Raw leading up to WrestleMania. So I'm guessing we'll see the Rock back. They didn't announce any kind of special gimmick or anything like that going on. But man, if you were a part of that audience last night, you were entertained from top to bottom without a doubt. Um, but yeah, that's it. I'm glad I was able to take my time with this video, knowing that I can don't have a certain time limit now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please comment and subscribe down below. If anybody has any questions or anything, just comment. I ended up finally, it's official. Got our plane tickets, so now we just need to head off. We leave that Friday morning. We leave at 5 a.m. Our flight's at 5 a.m. Everybody's wondering, why such an early flight? Well, uh, we wanted to get there in time to at least see a little bit of Miami before Access, because we have tickets to Access at 5, which we are going because Dolph Ziggler will be there that night. And then I'm also going to this wrestling radio party later on that night. So Friday's going to be a really busy day, and we needed to get there on time and early. So we're leaving at 5. And then we have to stop in Houston and for a layover, and then from Houston to Miami. And we should be in Miami about 1 o'clock, 1:15 in the afternoon. Um, I won't make a video that day, but I will probably make a video maybe Saturday or Sunday. Definitely Sunday, I will make a video because I'll talk about the Hall of Fame. If anybody's interested in that, let me know down below if they would like a video about the Hall of Fame or a review of the Hall of Fame. I can definitely make a video about that. Because y'all are pretty good about the responding to me about SmackDown videos. So if you want me to make a video about the Hall of Fame ceremony, just leave a comment down below saying yes, I would love, or no, fuck off, or anything like that. Um, Other than that, sorry for saying that shit so many times. Y'all have a good one. Watch SmackDown, should be a good one. Christian's returning. And I'll have my Raw review up next week. And only 3 more fucking weeks to Mania. I cannot believe it. Guys, have a good one.